Good afternoon, I'm Chris Hendricks with Charleston Water Systems. I'm the Meter Operations Manager at Charleston Water, which is inside of Customer Service Department. Our main concern is when Charleston gets these very, very cold temperatures for several days, we're not accustomed to it. How can we help you, the customer, to figure out what to do ahead of time or during an emergency? So what I want to do is kind of walk around the outside of this residence and show you some things. A couple of things that you really need to know. First off, where is everything? Where is my piping, my wires, and outside, inside, under the house? And today we're talking about water, so we're going to concentrate on water. And then secondly, how do I protect them? And then thirdly, what do I do if something breaks? If you can just step right over here, we're going to go to what we call the main shutoff valve, also known as a stop and waste valve. This is typically found in residence and business and is normally at ground level or just a little bit below. This one has a protective box cover on top of it. We're going to take this cover off. And what you want to do if you know that cold weather's coming, you want to remove any water that's standing already in the box, because that's a potential hazard right there. I would use something like this vacuum pump. And I've already removed it from this box, so I'm not going to demonstrate, but you'd actually pull the water out and then put it far away from the valve and the piping. Inside this, in case of an emergency, this is your shutoff. This will disconnect your water supply from the utility water supply. Therefore, if you have a leak under the house, inside the house, or anywhere within your property, it will stop that water from pouring out and could potentially save you a lot of money. This valve, they come in two different types actually. One of them will look like a hose spigot, and then this one has a handle on it. When the handle's in line with the pipe, it's on. When it's not in line with the pipe or perpendicular, it's off. This is something that everybody in the house should know, from your children on up. And remember, if you do find that your main valve of water supply is on and you don't see any leaks anywhere, yet you still don't have water, that cold weather has probably frozen the pipes under your house. Well, let me tell you what to do. If you're going to stay home, then leave everything as is and maybe turn one or two faucets on so you'll know when it starts to thaw out as the sun comes up. If you're going to leave, don't take that chance. Go cut the main supply off. When you come back home, you can cut it on. And in both scenarios, what you want to do the whole time is listen for running water. Because if it's not coming out the spigot, it's coming out somewhere, and it may be under your house. So keep your ears open, but remember, shut this valve off if you need to leave the house. Then we're going to move over here. This is something that you need to know. Do I have an irrigation system? Do I water my grass and have an underground irrigation system? With that is required what we call a backflow preventer. They come in many different sizes and styles. This particular one has to be mounted about a foot above the highest point of sprinkler head that you have. Therefore, it's exposed to the elements. If you'll notice here, it's wrapped with some foam pipe wrapping and taped. And that's well and good as far as these pipes are concerned. The top of this unit is still somewhat exposed. And what is available are, as you notice with the shutoff valve, the little plastic box, the boxes come in various shapes and sizes. You can get a large box, will just be a dome cover to sit over it, or you can get a canvas type bag to tie on it. Anything you can do to protect it from the weather. Now, since we're here, now this house is a little bit different. This is a newer house. Some of the older houses have the small foundation vents. I'm going to step over here and show you what a foundation vent is. These are set in specific areas around the bottom of your house to keep the circulation going under your house. But also that cold air can get in there and really wreak havoc with the piping under there. So what I would suggest is to find out where they are, know where they are, and know how to protect them. Keep that in mind. This particular foundation vent, you're allowed to have it open or closed. It would fight with me when I'm trying to open it, but this is in the closed position. It's got a flap in the back of it. Some of them are just open all the time. If that's the case, you can take some foam. Now what I did, they sell insulating foam at hardware and building supply stores, but you can also find this stuff in foam board from an office supply store. You cut it to size, put it over that hole, there's the protection. If you can keep that wind chill out of there and keep those pipes from freezing. Now, here is a sample of the pipe insulation. It's got a cut down the middle. It's very easy to install. Just put it over the piping and tape it on. The key things to remember is just like what you do with your body. When you go outside and it's a cold day, you cover it up and you keep moving. Well, what do I mean about keep moving with water? One simple way that you can help prevent your pipes from freezing is let the faucets inside drip just ever so slightly during the time when you go to bed until you wake up in the morning. That little bit of water will not cost you nearly what it will if you have a broken pipe or a problem. And that will give you a little time to do and take these precautionary measures that I showed you here. And I think if you leave those faucets just dripping until you can take time to wrap the pipes, close up the vents under the house, wrap your irrigation system, I think you'll be happier. By the way, if you need more information or you want to go on our website, please go to www.charlestonwater.com. All this information that I've been talking about is going to be posted there. Or if you have an emergency and you can't shut your water off and you have a leak inside and are not able to get in touch with your plumber, you are able to call us at 727-6800, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days out the year. We try to be there for you, but hopefully you won't have to call because you've taken the precautions.